Welcome back to another video. This is going to be something a little bit different. We're not going to really go over any particular projects in this video, but this is a video I've been wanting to do for some time. I actually had somebody in Discord talk to me about it and just thinks it's time for us to kind of go over this. So for people who have been in crypto for a while, who are younger and a lot more experienced, this might be a very rudimentary video and you probably won't get anything out of it. Probably will skip through half of it. I understand that, and I appreciate you watching for these few seconds. But for a lot of people, especially the older crew, you know, kind of my age, if not older, this is going to be a very good video for y'all because some of y'all might just be getting into crypto. You have heard about it from people at work. You've heard about it from your friends, or just stumbled across crypto because, you know, it's getting more and more notice out there in the media. If you're on TikToks or Facebook or Instagram or anything like that, you start to hear more about it and you're starting to learn a little bit more about it. Maybe you started dabbling a little into it. Maybe you downloaded Coinbase, which is one of the easier kind of beginner exchanges that I tell people to start messing with first. And there are people out there who are actively trying to scam you. One thing we say about crypto is it being decentralized. But I also have a comment or saying that people want decentralized until decentralized things happen. We want to be decentralized and not have this one governing agency or anything like that over us. We want to be decentralized, or people in crypto say they want to be decentralized, but then as soon as the scamming starts or people start ripping each other off, then all of a sudden they want somebody to control it or do something about it. And it's kind of hard to have both you know, have one way or the other. So we're going to go over a couple of different things on how to protect yourself, what to look out for, what to be careful of, how to protect ourselves, how to protect our accounts, how to protect our crypto itself, and the seed phrases and all those different things like that. So stay tuned for a good video, and I'll be right back, get started on that. First of all, if you like the video, if you're new here, I know that I don't have the best production value in the world. I keep talking about improving that. I don't have the best lighting. You know, I do have some hair up here and it doesn't really show up with the lighting, but if you can help me out, hit the thumbs up button. It helps a lot. And this also helps spread this type of video out to anybody who might be looking for these type of videos. So it helps out the channel a lot. And if you like anything we discuss or how we discuss it, I'm a very straight shooter. I just reached 15,000 subscribers. And a lot of people tell me it's because I'm a straight shooter. I don't have crazy production values. And I kind of tell it like it is. And if there's something negative, I'm going to say that it's negative. And it hurts some people's feelings. And if I'm really behind a project, they know I'm going to be very behind a project. It is what it is. So we're going to get started on a couple of things. So I usually tell people that the best way to kind of start out on crypto is by loading apps, say something like a Coinbase or something like that. And one thing is you have to make sure you use secure passwords. If whatever you're using allows 2FA authorization, you must set up the 2FA authorization. But one thing we also say is if it's not your keys, it's not your crypto. Your keys, which is kind of like your signatures or that you own this particular coin. When it's sitting on a Coinbase or sitting on, I'm talking about the regular Coinbase. The people who know about crypto don't, this is just kind of an over high level view. Don't get all nitpick about Coinbase wallet or anything like that. But regular Coinbase or Binance, Kraken, or, you know, some of these other ones that are out there. If it's sitting, your crypto sitting on that exchange, it's not safe. And that's all there's to it. Now, if you're going to be doing, when I was doing a lot of trading, moving crypto around, yeah, I wasn't going to go put it on a secure wallet because I'm moving it around a lot. But I also do what's called DCAing. And I suggest it a lot to people, especially to beginners. every payday, you put $25 into 3 or 4 coins that you like, you know, $20 into Bitcoin, $20 into Ethereum, $20 into Cardano or Solana or AVAX. I then moved that to what's called an Exodus wallet. Exodus wallet stores your keys for that crypto locally. And I don't want to get too far off into the wallet, so let's just stay with exchanges. On an exchange, though, that exchange is holding those keys. You want to make sure you set up some type of 2FA that has to alert your phone or anything like that when you're logging into it, when you're going to move that crypto off of exchange. So that in case somebody does hack your password and hacks your login, your email, whatever it is, you also going to get an alert on your phone. And that should help majority of those issues. Now, again, we can get way deeper into this. We do see sometimes people have what's called SIM swapping, where they can clone your phone. You can contact your cellular company, and tell them, I don't want y'all to swap my SIM unless I give, I don't know if it's a code or something like that. And you can give a different kind of authorization just to prevent that. You don't see that too often, but you do hear horror stories of SIM swapping that does occur. So again, I'm trying to keep this a high level type video without getting too deep into things. I'm trying to keep it basic. So when you do set up these type of exchanges, whatever it is, make sure you have your 2FA, make sure you have a good password. Don't use your kids' names. Don't use your birthday or anything like that. Try to use a mixture of some type of, you know, capital letter, lowercase letter, some type of symbol, whether it's the $N sign or the percentage sign, the dollar sign, pound sign, hashtag, whatever the kids want to call it these days, you know, with some numbers, and mix those around. You wanted to, at the very least, have it as 8 characters, preferably longer. The longer it is, the harder it is to crack. But that is some precautions that you can take as far as using exchanges. Now, one thing that will happen that you have to really be careful of is you will start getting emails somehow from emails that look like they are from that exchange. And a lot of times what happens is you can go on to that email and click where the from is, and it might say from Coinbase, from Binance. But when you click the actual from and it shows the from address, it's not coming from Binance. It's not coming from Coinbase. You know, Coinbase and Binance and some of these exchanges are not going to email you asking for your password. They're not going to ask you for your 12 words for a wallet. So you have to be careful of that. They're not going to ask you for credit card information or anything like that. So when you start getting those type of emails, be very, very careful. If it tells me that I have something wrong with my account, I do not touch that email. I delete it. If I know for a fact that that email is from somebody that's not Coinbase or whatever, I'm sending it to junk so that my junk filter knows about it. But either way, I'll go directly to Coinbase or directly to whatever exchange that is. And then I'm checking. If I don't have any kind of flags, trust me, if there's something wrong with your account, when you sign into it, it's going to tell you there's something wrong with your account. So that's another way of knowing. Do not interact with those emails. Another thing is, if you are in some type of Discord or Telegram or something, you start asking people about Coinbase or about KuCoin or Binance or anything like that, I guarantee you, you can bet whatever you want. Shortly, you will have a plethora of private messages trying to come to you saying, hey, I'm with the Binance team. I'm here to help. What can I help you with today? And they're going to make it sound extremely legit. When I would go into the Helium for Helium IoT miners, and I would go ask somebody any kind of question, or I was having an issue with this, I would just start getting these private messages from the Helium team or whoever made, you know, if it was a SenseCap miner. Hey, I'm with SenseCap. How can I help you today? And I would tell them to go fly a kite, and not those exact grumpy words, but it's going to happen. These people are not going to reach out to you. While I'm discussing that, I'm going to tell you that also. My YouTube page, look, I am busy as hell. I don't have time barely to make videos. I am not reaching out to people. If you're following Wendy O, or you following Cryptos R Us, George and all them, or any of these other ones, they're not reaching out to you to say, hey, Tim or John or Mary, how is your day today? Would you like to know about a special investment opportunity we got coming on? You know, if you send me 0.2 ETH, I guarantee by the end of the month, you'll have 1 ETH and stuff like that. They're not doing that. Do not fall for it. You know, you'll start seeing in videos on YouTube and stuff, these people saying like, I don't know how to get started invested. And then sure enough, there's another scam bot that comes right behind and says, well, I'm using John Doe as my investment opportunity. Then the third person or the third bot comes in and says, I'm also using John Doe as my investment person, and I've become completely financial free and stuff like that. Then the fourth or fifth bot will come in and he start this chain as if it's different people have the conversations. Well, how would I get in touch with John Doe? Here's his Telegram. The sixth person, seventh person comes in. Here's the Telegram link. And if you don't realize it, you don't know that that's all bots. And you saying, look, I got 8 people right here all saying they're using John Doe, and they've all made money, so they have to be legit. No, they're not. It's all fake. It's all BS. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for the Discords when you get private messages. Don't fall for the emails. Don't fall for any of that. If you get somebody who says, hey, for so-and-so crypto, I can help you out with this. You having a problem with this? You know, you don't send crypto to people who you don't know or anything like that. It's not safe. If you have a crypto transaction, this isn't like credit cards. You know, if you purchase something and realize that that company is not legit, you can contact your credit card company and do reversals. You can't do that with crypto. There are no reversals. You know, and one of the big things is, I'm kind of going off some of these different websites and stuff that I saw just so I can give myself some hints. But one thing that I probably should have let off with, but is you never play with money in crypto that you can't afford to lose tomorrow. Again, people, this is the wild, wild west. I wish I could sit right here and tell you that, you know, crypto's changing the world and everybody's going to crypto and it's safe and you should be invested, but it's not right now. And again, that's why some people like my channel, because I'm being a straight shooter with you. It is a scary world out there with crypto. You can want to send $300 or $400 from one wallet to another wallet worth of crypto, or to a friend or something like that. And if you copy and paste that address wrong, don't ask me how I know, because it's disgusting when you realize that you copy and pasted and you missed one letter and it still went through. It went through and left your exchange, and that was it. It was gone. Poof. There's no reversing it. It's lost. And I tell people, you know, when we were doing a lot of stuff with some meme coins, and I had a friend who didn't know how to get into meme coins and stuff like that, and we were sending some stuff back and forth, is if it was, you know, $200 or $300 worth, I would send him like $20 first, or he would send me $20 first. I would confirm I get it, and then in the app we use, we would do send again and then change the amount just to confirm what you're doing. You know, and I started hitting on this earlier. Another thing is, especially there's a project that we don't discuss anymore on this channel that has been screwing people over for a while. People have been spending their good hard-earned money, thousands and thousands of dollars on equipment for a project that's supposed to be great, that had some good promise, and they never received anything for it. They were supposed to get their equipment shipped to them last year, never received it. Some other people were supposed to get it early this year, never received it. Then when you ask about it, they get banned from the channel, banned from, you know, any contact or anything like that. And there's no recourse. Because a lot of these crypto companies are using virtual addresses that don't exist. Some legit projects are using virtual addresses. I will say that before anybody wants to cut me off. But this particular project is offering even more crazy, outlandish promises. And I'm watching people fall for it. If you see some type of investment opportunity these days in crypto, The days of buying crypto and putting a couple of dollars in crypto and becoming a millionaire, those days were in 2012, 2013, 2014, somewhere around 2015 maybe, and they're gone. So if you see somebody who says for a couple $100, you can buy this, what's called an NFT or something else, you know, some kind of crypto or anything, and they're sure that they'll pay you $1,000-something every month, does that sound legit? Where's that money coming from? So when you see an opportunity that's too good to be true, no, it's one thing if you're getting into some projects, like a lot of my stuff on my channel is early projects. Yes, there are some early projects that can do very well. I tell a story. I know this is going to get long. I'm sorry, but I tell a story about helium. For those who are familiar with the helium project, we heard about helium, the money people are making, me having a base of RF from the stuff I do at work. Helium is based on RF. I was intrigued by it. They couldn't get miners for helium, or the radios for helium. You couldn't get them anywhere. The radios that normally cost $200, $250 were selling on eBay for thousands of dollars. So what do? I convinced two buddies to go in it with me. We paid together $5,000. That's right, $5,000 for one helium miner that we set up in the New Orleans area. From the day it was set up, 17 days later, we ROI'd. I'm gonna say that again. 17 days, we made $5,000. And that was before the price of the coin even really skyrocketed. Where we messed up, we went and bought 10 to 12 more miners. And I ain't gonna lie, we still have a good amount of H&T left. H&T, again, not to make the story too long, but really bailed me out during Hurricane Ida. My house was hit with 100-mile-an-hour winds. My family had to evacuate while I worked. And helium, when you have to pay all of a sudden, think of going on a vacation with no notice, and you gotta go stay in a hotel for over a week and get food and get gas and stuff like that. H&T bailed me out. I'm not gonna lie to you. But those type of opportunities do not happen often. You know how many projects we have joined since then? People who I follow on YouTube, people who follow me on YouTube, they can tell you in the comments how many projects we have gotten into thinking it was the next helium, and we haven't. Some projects we dumped hundreds of dollars into and never saw a return. It happens. But you know what? We also know that when you look at some projects these days, if you are late after the big deployment, especially if you're 2 or 3 months late, you don't get those kind of returns. Yes, you can still ROI. It might take you 3, 4, 5 months to ROI. We have projects like GeoNet or Demo, Hive Mapper, and stuff like that, that yes, you can still make some pretty decent money, but you're not going to make that helium type of money. So we get into new projects. We get into Wing Bits and some of these other ones that we hope that by taking that chance, you know, SoarChain, Silencio, XNet, I think XNet might be, you know, kind of mainnet now, but y'all get my point. With the hopes that it's like gambling. You're putting that money out, hoping that you can capture that next helium and be successful at it. But we also understand we're using money that we have to understand that we may never get back any kind of return on it. That project could fail. Hey, people invest in projects in the real world, physical businesses every day in the real world that don't make it. And crypto is the same way, and you have to be prepared for that. So how does another way that you try to avoid getting scammed by a crypto scam? You know, be wary of any communication sent to your way, but make sure you conduct research on every project you're trying to learn about. Even the new projects that I just told you about. When you do a search on YouTube, Google, Twitter, anything, you're going to find stuff on it. The project I spoke about earlier that was way too good to be true, that keeps taking people's money. When you go and do a YouTube search on that project, there is not a single video, not one single video in a positive light of that project. You can't find nothing positive on Twitter or Google or anything else. Why are people trying to get into that project? We don't know. That's not what this video is about. However, Some of these other projects, when you look, there are several people on YouTube doing positive research about it. Hey, we've looked into who's behind the project. Has a project doxed themselves? What do I mean by dox? By dox, what I'm talking about is dox means that whoever's in charge of the project or the team that's behind the project has said who they were. Hey, this is my real name. You can go to LinkedIn and see who they really are. Maybe even Facebook, Twitter, but you know the person's name and the legitimate who it is or what company's behind that project or anything like that. But some of these other projects, like the one I keep referring to, keeps telling their people, we don't have to be doxxed. It's okay. Look, y'all just concentrate on the project and don't worry about who is behind it. Well, of course they said that, because when you spend $4,000 on equipment and you don't get it, you have nobody to go back to now. Where at least with Wingbits and Sword Chain and a lot of these other projects that we're getting into brand new, you know, even like BitHarvest. BitHarvest is a firmware that we put on devices that can run 6 or 7 devices. They charge $39 or $35 or something to get that firmware. We know who the real people are behind that project. We know how they exist. I basically know enough about them that I know where they live at to a point. Well, I might not know the exact street address, but I know what state and city they live in to a point. If I had to do some real deep dive searching, I could. My point is, I can put a name and a face behind those projects, which makes me sleep a hell of a lot better. New projects that also have no problem doing what's called an AMA. What's an AMA? AMA is like a video like I'm doing now, but I'd have another video, another person next to me, and I could be interviewing them. Hey, this new project called Wingbits. You know, Wingbits has said they'd be happy to do an AMA with me. Why I don't do an AMA with Wingbits yet, even though I love the project, is because when you look at this production value, I don't want to do them a disservice. I've been trying to build a computer for a while. One day it'll get finished. I'm just trying to build a stupid supercomputer going all out, so it's taking me longer because I buy it piece by piece. One day I'll get that finished. I can have good production value, and I can do justice to Wingbits and BitHarvest and some of these other tokens that I want to do, that have those people have agreed to do AMAs with me. But I owe them as a responsible YouTuber, broadcaster, whatever you want to call it, influencer, to do them right also. But at least they have agreed and they're willing to do it. Some projects don't want to put their face or do interviews. And to me, that's a red flag. So that's something else you need to look for when you're getting involved with new projects. So I know we're jumping around a little bit. Things are just coming to mind. I'm sorry, but my channel's famous for that. But this is a perfect example of what I wanted to show you. I told you earlier about how, you know, a while back I was having an issue with a helium miner. So I asked a question in one of the Discords. So here you go. This guy who I know what this picture is, and it ain't Dolby Atmos, whoever this saying he is. Hey, has any admin of our community attended to your, and if you also read, and I don't mean any disrespect by this, but a lot of times the scammers don't know how to use proper English. So that's one thing I look for also. But attend to you yet regarding your issue from neighbor community support team. This is a clear 99.99999% chance it's going to be a scam. And I guarantee you, if I started even playing with this guy on here, he would eventually ask me for my 12-word password of my Helium wallet, or my password for my wallet, or something stupid. So this is a perfect example right here. So there's a chance to mark it as spam or report it. I'm not worried about it because this was done months ago. This guy's probably already been reported, so I'm not sweating it. But, you know, I could also do ignore just to get it out my list. So here's another one. Has any admin of our community attend to look how this is a completely different group. This is Hot, Spotty, and Chill, which is not Nebra. This is not from Helium, but it's the same exact words. Ubuntu IoT. Has any admin of our community attend to you regarding your issue, Grumpy, from Hotspot and Chill support team? So what's that going to show you? This is another BS type thing. Here's another one. Same thing, same word, you know, almost. Has any admin attend to your complaint yet? from Libra Miner Support Team. Now, this was 3 months before the previous one. Here's another one I found. I haven't been through these in forever. Congratulations. We just want to give you some crypto. In the charity Bitcoin raffle that you didn't know nothing about, organized by our trading platform, Discord social network, whatever, you get 0.5 whatever Bitcoin. Man, that's at $30,000 right now, man. You know, that's a hell of a win. So look, top winners. How do I get it? Sign up, you know, and send all this stuff and all your information and stuff like that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a perfect example of what I was looking for. You're not getting free crypto. You're not getting $30,000 worth of Bitcoin. Here we go with another one. The green stocks giveaway, which I've never joined anything to do with stocks. I've been randomly selected among users of crypto Discord servers. So I just won 3.25 Ethereum. What is that, like 9 grand right now? You know, and again, go to this website. Again, I think y'all getting the point that, again, it's too good to be true. You have never initiated contact with these people. You have no idea who this is. You just need to stay away from it. Protect yourself, protect your investments. You have to stay away from this kind of stuff. So here's a little one that looks a little more legit. I went into the Sword Chain Discord because I was having an issue connecting my Sword Chain device into my vehicle. Asked a question. They even copy and pasted my my exact message into this private message so that they knew it wasn't just a random thing, that to remind me that I actually had this discussion on Discord. And it says, has any, hey, at least they used the proper word, attended. Has any admin attended to you regarding your issues or complaints? Anyone having issues connecting? You know, this is what I did. What happened was the Sword Chain Discord got hacked itself, and it was locked down for a little while. So that's what got hacked. But again, here you go. They actually took my Discord message, posted it in here to make it look more legit. All right, so while we at it, let's talk about another type of scam that they have, that some people who are trying to watch some YouTube videos, you're trying to learn about crypto, trying to, you know, you go to one of the OGs, one of the guys who probably, in my mind, one of the top 2 or 3 crypto I hate to use the word influencer like he's trying to influence you, but he's taught me a lot, especially about the whole DCA thing, dollar cost averaging. But that's George from Cryptos R Us. So I'll give him a shout that if y'all want to learn. The only thing about George is, it's always sunny outside. Crypto could be going straight down in the nosedive from 60,000 to 8,000. And he's going to be out there telling you everything's great with Bitcoin. Buy. Technically, he's not wrong because it's going to go back up. But what I did want to show you is, and I'm going to try to zoom in on this some more, is when you look at his comment section, you'll start having these idiots who will start putting these token, what do you want to call them? Token names, abbreviations, stock symbols, whatever it is, like this. And then they'll start, just like this, we'll start talking about how this is all bots. Bonambit, whatever the hell this is supposed to be this great thing. And then I'm so pumped for it. Where can I buy this token? And all this stuff. This is all bots trying to trick you into buying this bot. And what happens a lot of times is there will be some type of token, name this somewhere, and you'll be able to buy the token. Normally you will have to swap, you know, another token for this or something like that. I'm not gonna get into all that. And then what happens is they can lock it. So what happens is you go and you put, say, $20 on this, and then they lock it to where it can't be moved again. And then they go and sell, which in other words, they've taken all that liquidity out of it. And you're sitting there stuck. You can't say, oh, hell, the price is dropping. Let me sell. And it's not going to allow you to sell. They can lock that. So that's one thing that happens also. Sometimes just by buying this, they can get the information for your wallet and hack your wallet. So you have to be careful. You also see ones like this with this, it's always got some kind of number in it or something like that. So here's another one. NVDA 95T, like it's some kind of medicine or something like that. Same thing. You know, what makes it so great? Wow, very promising. Let's pump it to the sky. You know, and then now, luckily, you got some people that will tell everybody it's a scam token, or other words. But I guarantee if we keep going down, you're gonna find some more of these. It's crazy. Now, you know, George has people that work for him, so he might have people who are trying to go through these comments and trying to keep them, you know, trying to clean a lot of that scam stuff out. So here's another guy, Matt Perry. Matt helped me out. I actually contacted him when I was first starting, asked him some questions about how to do some basic startup stuff as a channel. He responded to me. I even talked to him live on one of his videos. He helped me out, and I thank him. I got into Luna when Luna crashed, and we kind of got in at the low part. So, you know, he's involved in some stuff like I am, and he's a real good guy. But when you look at his, same thing I told you earlier, these ones with these numbers in it, these are just fake BS tokens. And then you got all these people that are going to reply now to make it sound like it's somewhat legit. Here's another one. And they're going to make it sound like it's legit. And that's the stuff. Here's another one. You know, this is not the same thread. This is a separate thread. And they're going to keep talking about it. Look, I love Soul. So they're going to talk about a legit token on top of a fake token. So, like I said, you can see where this can get very out of hand. All right, so I know this video is getting long, but I'm famous for it. But one of the last things I want to discuss is, where are you going to hold your crypto at? One thing I do preach on my channel that I do admit is if I'm wrong or when I'm wrong. But another thing is, do as I say, not as I do. I might be telling y'all the best practices, but I'm also not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that I am following these best practices. I am taking the risk. So I can tell you what the best practice is for a wallet. My problem is I really would like some of these wallets, but I don't have a lot of, say, one particular coin that I am worried about. I have several coins, but altogether they're worth a decent amount. You know, I was buying Solana when Solana was $8 and $10, $12, and everybody thought it was crashing to zero. I was trying to tell people to buy. I was buying Solana at $8, $10, $12, $13, and then it recently goes to $180, $200. I don't have enough. But my point I'm getting at is, where do you store that at? I will say this again before anybody wants to come on my comments, because I'm going to delete them. I understand the most secure place that you can safely hold your crypto is a hardware wallet. I want to make sure I'm perfectly clear. A hardware wallet that's stored somewhere safe, completely offline from the internet. That is the only safe, 100% safe, secure way of holding crypto. For people like me, that whenever I get an extra $150, $200 for play money, which is rare with my kids, always wanting to go somewhere and do something, which, hey, that's what life's about. My kids come first and they know that. Whenever I have that extra money, I'm buying crypto with it. That's just how I am. If I have an extra $100, $150, $200, I'm DCAing that into 2 or 3 different coins. That's my life story. One day I have to buy a hardware wallet. One day I will buy a hardware wallet. One day I will show you me doing a video on a hardware wallet. In the meantime, though, what are some options to securely store your crypto? Not 100% secure. Again, please don't put no comments. We understand that the only hard thing, somebody will comment. That's why I know it. I use Exodus. The difference between Exodus and keeping this on the exchange or where you're buying it is, with Exodus, you are locally storing your keys. So if an exchange gets hacked, which has happened before, they can take your crypto. If an exchange gets shut down because the SEC, you know, or something like that. I talk about FTX. A lot of people lost millions and millions, if not billions of dollars on FTX exchange. People thought this was running great. There was no problems at all. All of a sudden they're locked out. They can't get their coins out, their tokens out. They lost their money. They didn't have control of their tokens. With an Exodus wallet, they can download this on their computer locally or their phone or whatever like that, and they can store that crypto on your local device, whether you want to call this a hot wallet or anything like that. Yes, this is a step a little more secure than keeping it on an exchange. This is where I'm keeping majority of my stuff at. One thing about Exodus is it does support majority of the major chains like Solana and Base, Algorand, AVAX, Ethereum. So when you do have some of these newer coins, you can load that contract number address in here, and it will let you hold those tokens. So that's one thing. You know, they also have Phantom, and Phantom's another one that you can store your stuff on here. Preferably, I like Exodus more. I just feel a little more trusted with Exodus, and I'm using Exodus for majority of stuff. What I like about Exodus is Exodus pairs with Trezor. Trezor is a hardware wallet. You will load your crypto on here, and you will store this hardware wallet somewhere safe. As long as this thing is not online, nobody is hacking this. Nobody's stealing your crypto. So one good thing about this wallet is you own 100% of your coins. Your wallet is 100% safe offline, like I told you before, and your data is 100% anonymous. Exchanges are target for hackers, like I said. Your personal data may be exposed. You truly don't own your coins. Another thing about the Trezor is most of these wallets have what's called a 12-word backup phrase. It's a good thing and a bad thing. When you have your 12-word phrase, there'll be some arguments on what to do. You don't take a picture. Like if you're setting up a new Phantom wallet, Exodus wallet, MetaMask wallet, some of these wallets for some of these projects, they'll give you what's called a 12-word backup phrase. You do not take a picture of it. You do not store it on your phone. You don't put it in the notes on your phone and save it. You have to copy that to a piece of paper, ideally, or something like that. And then we still argue on where you put it at from there. Do you put it in some type of safe at your house? You know, if it ain't safe there, some people talk about they put this, you know, if you have a lot of crypto, they're putting Trezor wallets in the savings box at a bank or something like that. You know, me, I access my crypto too much. I couldn't do that. But we neither here or there. I'm just trying to give you all some extreme examples. But if you happen to lose a Trezor wallet, or you drop it on the ground and it cracks and breaks or anything like that, you don't lose your crypto. As long as you have those 12 words backed up somewhere, and you know it goes to Trezor wallet, because don't ask me how I know this, but I break a phone and I need to get into some wallets, and I have 12 words written on this piece of paper in a secure location, and 12 words here, and I'm like, okay, well, let's try these, and then that don't work, so we try these. You know, I don't even keep my 12 words at home, because we live in crazy times. I'm on YouTube. I'm gonna tell y'all another thing too, and I've told people this before. Some people get their feelings hurt. Some people high-five me. I live in South Louisiana. Kind of like Texas, we're born, raised how to carry a gun, how to hunt, how to shoot, and everything like that. Both my kids at a young age learned how to do it. My kids can handle weapons. If you have a problem with that, I'm sorry, but in some places we live, that's just how you have to protect yourself. We have had people, and look, I don't live in a rundown neighborhood or anything like that, and I'm not trying to be negative, but we'll knock on the door once or twice and nobody answers, and they're kicking in the front door thinking nobody's home. And it's just the way it is. People who don't live around that area coming to nice, very nice neighborhoods, seeing nice cars and nice houses, they want to break in. I understand that some people don't believe in guns and some people don't believe in weapons. My point I'm trying to get at is there are some people who are worrying about me about doing YouTube. That's why some YouTube people don't even show their face. Listen, I hate for that day to ever come, but we know how to use it. My point I'm trying to get at is, either way though, I'm not saving my 12 words at home. I have a hand safe that I keep some stuff in at an off-site location. In case I live right on the Mississippi River. I can't have that river flood one day if it breaks a levee and all my valuable paperwork and stuff is washed away. I watched what happened during Hurricane Katrina at my parents' house, who all of a sudden, my parents had lived there. I grew up in Slidell in New Orleans East, but all the years of tropical systems and hurricanes, we never had water over our bulkhead, and water went 15 feet above that for Katrina one time. So I'm not keeping that stuff even at my house. Keep it in a secure location. You keep your 12 words somewhere safe. And if something ever happens to your Trezor wallet or something ever happens to your Ledger wallet, you can recover it. And the biggest thing I'm gonna keep saying over and over is this stuff stays offline, so you don't have to worry about getting hacked. Now, shows you how much I know about Ledger. These things right here are brand new. These stacks, things, I don't know what they are, but these are the ledgers I'm familiar with that I know people have used and people have trusted. And it's just like a USB drive. But basically, you know, Ledger and Trezor do the same thing. But one thing I want to say again about is these things have never been hacked. I was watching somebody on TikTok Live last night, and that's one thing he kept trying to say over and over is don't come to him telling him about your crypto got hacked because you're not listening to us then. If you're using 2FA on your exchanges, or you're using your Trezors or your ledgers, or and I think there's another one out also, some kind of card that you can do, you can't get hacked. Don't want to hear it. You know, we talked about this. I don't want to keep rehashing it, but you generate and store your wallet backup offline. You take full control. You are in control of your crypto. If you own thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of crypto, I'm not trying to be rude, but don't be an idiot. Like, and I know I'm calling myself an idiot, but you know, you need to be taking precautions. And this right here, an offline wallet, you see how she has it USB'd into her computer. She's downloading whatever transaction or whatever crypto it is, and she's keeping it stored. So another thing with Trezor is, what I like is all customer data is deleted or anonymized. I guess it's like, you know, anonymous 90 days after purchase from the Trezor shop. So people don't know that you purchased this. Again, that's for your security. Also, security seals ensure packaging that Trezor wallets are tamper evident. One thing that I've always been told is if you're going to buy a Trezor or Ledger wallet, you do it from Trezor or Ledger's website. Look, tell everybody I'm a straight shooter, and people have accused me in the past of doing some sensationalized videos just for Amazon clicks. Amazon sells this, but I've always been told do not buy it off of any kind of website, including Amazon, even though it says Amazon Ledger Store. Hey, 99% of them could be good, but you're going to take the chance of, there's been times you buy other items on Amazon that say they're coming from, you know, trying to find, you know, Bic pens, and you find out it didn't actually come from Bic store, it came from a third party. You don't want to take that chance with this, that somebody got this thing ahead of time and put some type of malware on it that's going to send your crypto to them. People have talked about this a lot. It's been covered in several videos. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. You're right. You don't have to come on here and say, I bought my Ledger from Amazon and I ain't got no problems. Congratulations. Again, this is about taking full precautions. I'm going to buy mine from this website whenever I buy it. I'm buying mine from Trezor. Trezor links up with Exodus. So it does, you know, it works, they work together. So this is Exodus website. It's telling you that they do work with Trezor, all-in-one wallet that ensures to secure, manage, and swap blockchain assets. And it shows you the Trezor wallet right here. And it'll, you know, that you can go back and forth with it. This is what I'm planning on doing. Eventually, one day when I wish I had this sitting in my account right now. If I had this kind of right now, I'm telling you right now, if I had this sitting in my wallet, or even this number way up here, trust me, it'd be on a Trezor wallet. Trust me, it'd be on a Trezor wallet. But I'm not gonna say a lie to y'all. even with the last bull run. Oh, I don't want to get off into any more tangents. So I think this video went on long enough. I'm gonna sum it all up like this in summary. Anybody you watch on YouTube is not contacting you. Anybody you talk to on Discord, I have on my Discord, and a lot of people have on their Discord, will not DM first. So while I'm in Wing Bits and I'm in Bit Harvest and I'm in Chirp and I'm in a lot of these sword chain, I'm in a lot of these Discord servers and channels helping people out, I have will not DM first. If I am going to DM you, I will tag you normally in those, in Wingbits or Bit Harvest's general page when we're discussing stuff back. I help people like set up their Wingbits devices. But anybody who's new, Wingbits is an antenna you set up outside to collect aircraft information stuff. And some people don't want to discuss their setups or where they're, or what city or what street or what their house looks like in the general. They rather do that over a private message. But I will tag them first and say, hey, I'm going to PM you to let them know I'm PMing them. That's one of the best precautions I can take. Again, I'm not contacting you from my YouTube page. I do have a Twitter, as you can see right here, but same thing. I'm not contacting you on Twitter or X or anything like that. I have an email. You can contact me, and then we'll figure out a way to verify. But majority, 99.9% of the YouTubers are taking these same precautions. Y'all just need to please be careful. If it's too good to be true, the project, it's probably too good to be true to the project. But if anybody contacts you, they do not need your passwords for wallets, how to get into websites. Again, check your mail when you're getting mail from these projects, or supposedly these projects, or Coinbase or Exodus, and check it and make sure the from address is correct. And either way, if you have to contact them because of email, go to that website and do it from there. Do not click the links inside of an email. You know, one last thing I want to bring up also, because I was helping somebody earlier about this also. I know some people trying to buy like potatoes and raspberry pies and stuff like that. If you are buying stuff, as somebody who used to sell stuff on eBay and buy stuff occasionally, make sure you're using something that has protection as far as if you don't receive that product or it's not working. I still see people getting scammed with helium devices. Why they're buying helium devices with the ROI being literally over 500 days, I don't know. But it's another way to protect yourself. Use the protection, buyer protection. Do not ever send money to people, Venmo or whatever it is, using friends and family. You're not friends with them. They're not family. There's a reason why they set up, because if you go and try to buy a $200 or $300 miner, somebody contacted me this a couple of months back about the same exact thing, and you send their friends and family to save each other on fees, when you get scammed, it's going to happen, you can't get your money back. They're not going to help you. So that's something else you need to be concerned with also. But again, I know this video went way too long. I'm sorry, but as you can tell, I'm sick of seeing people online getting scammed. I'm sure that as soon as I finish this video, I'm gonna think of something else I should have went over, or people can leave comments. If you think there's something that I forgot about, or if you want to give suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comments and let everybody else see whatever, you know, I think I might have missed over. I'm sure I missed over a lot of stuff. But again, I don't want to make this video 2 hours long talking about the same thing and beating a dead horse, which I'm famous for. So I hope everybody appreciated this video. And if y'all need anything, holler at me. I have to go prepared now for a fantasy football draft. I'm completely lost. It is an hour and a half. I still have to edit this video, and I have not looked at a single cheat sheet yet on fantasy football. So I'm just going to close my eyes and just pick a kicker in the first round. So y'all have a good one. See y'all in the next video.